Hello and good morning. My name is Nigel Ryan Jones, and it is 5 in the morning. I was editing this video that I made yesterday, and I completely hated it. So we're doing it again. 5 in the morning. What are we doing? I am going to be breaking down and cleaning my Glock 19, which is now completely spotless because I cleaned it yesterday. It was disgusting because I haven't cleaned it in like 6 months. Because it's a Glock and it's pretty reliable, and I just take it out and shoot it and beat it up, and I don't care about it, which I should, because you should care about your guns, especially with your everyday carry gun, which is this. So, god damn, I gotta do this again. Anyways, first things first, Glock 19. This is my baby. There are many like her. This is mine. I got my stipple work and Cerakote color and the grip, if you don't know what stippling and Cerakoting on the framework by Slideworks ENG, my buddy out in Texas. Hooked it up with this one. He did a pretty aggressive stippling on the frame, and then just went with a basic Cerakote on the top with some basic slide cuts. My everyday carry. I run her in competition right now just because I'm getting Glock 17 done, which I should have soon, which I can't wait to show you guys that. A couple things about my Glock 19. Besides the stippling and framework, I threw in a Facts and Firearms drop-in barrel. Pretty cool. I have an Ameriglow front sight post with a Trijicon night sight rear post, which is cocked to the left because I don't know how it got pushed to the left, so it's not centered. I got a Fowler Industries zero drop trigger in here, extended mag release, and extended slide lock lever, which I got from Glock store. But yeah, let's get into cleaning. First things first, make sure your weapon is clear. So I'm gonna bring this to the rear. Inspect the inside of our chamber. Make sure there is no ammo in there. No brass, no ammo drill sergeant, nothing in there. Drop the slide, drop the hammer. Now you're ready to go. Now you're ready to go. If you've never, ever in your life taken apart a Glock, it's very simple. The way I do it is I kind of do like a C grip. So I'll put my hand just like so, and then grip around and grab the top of the frame. Because all you're doing is you're pulling it back that far. It's really not that far. Did you see that? That's how far you're pulling it. And then these pins right here, pull these pins down, slide goes forward. Boom. Weapon's broken apart. We're gonna clean the bottom half. And by clean, I mean we are going to take everything apart and then put it back together. In the video previously, I don't have a block because it makes it easier to put your Glock on a block and then push these pins out, which leads me into my other thing. A couple things you're gonna need. Multi-tool. Gerber, of course. Gotta have one of those. A punch set. I got this on Amazon. It was like 20 bucks, I think. It's very cheap. I'm not gonna touch the barrel. I don't feel like I need to. But if you do need to, get a bore snake, which will help you clean your barrel. And the one thing that I use to clean my entire weapon, I don't have gun oil on the side with like solvent and all that. I use one product, which is Firstline Limited. It's their on-the-go COP applicator and cleaner. This thing's badass. Nobody's out there making one of these. Filled with COP, all right? And then there's a brush on the top. You twist the bottom to push the COP through the brush at the top. And then you go ahead and clean your weapon. Clean it, clean it, clean it. And then what I do with this is like, I have like a paper towel or something. And when this gets too dirty, boop. Look at that. Wipe it off. It's clean. Reapply some more COP. Keep cleaning. So, super huge shout out to Firstline Limited for not only making an awesome on-the-go product, but for making it to where I can use it with anything. I don't have to use it just for guns. I can use it for my skateboards because I've used it on this front door. I was gonna film me using this on the front door and be like, look how good this works. Woo, this is awesome. I was like, does this really actually work that good? And I did 3 little swipes. Mind you, that's the creakiest door in the world, and it doesn't creak anymore. It doesn't make a noise, so it works really well. They have 2 versions. They have one that comes in this silver tube, and then they have the one that comes in the black one. I don't know if there's a difference. I think the black one just looks cooler. But yeah, Firstline Limited. I have their info in the description below. Please check them out. Ooh, I should probably buy a pistol block, huh? But I mean, this'll do just fine. Just got a block just to elevate it. All right, first and foremost, I can never talk, dude. Sick. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. First things first, we're gonna remove our locking block pin, which is the top pin, and then we're gonna remove our trigger pin, which is right below the locking block pin, and then we'll remove the third pin, which is the trigger housing pin, which is in the rear here. 3 pins! That's all a Glock has. 3 pins. Give me the mighty Thor of hammer! The mighty Thor of hammer is what I just said. Not the mighty hammer of Thor. The mighty Thor of hammer. Much better. Much better for you. I'm gonna take my 1/16 steel punch. Take out this locking block pin. Easy. Then we're gonna take out our trigger pin. Trigger housing pin. Boom. Trigger housing pin taken out. Locking block. Multi-tool. Pull that up. Locking block is out. Once I take the locking block out, then you can take out your slide lock lever. Slide lock lever. Boom. Slide lock lever is out. Once you take your slide lock lever out, go ahead and just take out your trigger housing. It all should come up. Boom. Just like that. Now, we have a gutted Glock. Well, there's a few more things I could take out. We're not gonna take those out. Oh, also, I did a Q&A on my Instagram, so while I start cleaning some of this stuff up, I will answer some questions. So let's get right into some of these questions. All right, Earthwan _ Winkle. Oh no. Ask best first gun and best gun to shoot in your opinion. In my opinion, I think right here, this Glock 19 is a very, very good first gun. As far as reliability, as far as like manipulation and control, it's pretty standard for size across the board for everyone, especially if you have like medium-sized hands or even smaller hands. I mean, Glock 19 is just, overall, it feels like a very good weapon. At the end of the day, it is gonna come down to what feels best for you and your research. If you are interested in getting a firearm for the first time, I would say go out to a range that you can rent and try out a few things. 6 Hour makes very, very good firearms as well. I would love to have myself a P320, but California sucks and we can't have cool things. So I don't have one, but one day I will have one. So that's like something that, like, if I had one and I got to fire more, that would be my recommendation, would be like a SIG. But anything really subcompact, I think would be a good first firearm. Like I said though, get out there and get educated, get trained, understand the firearm, understand why you want to get a firearm. Like, all of that plays its roles, but I personally don't think they're bad. I think firearms are awesome. There's a bad stigma about firearms. It's like everyone always thinks the firearm's the thing that's bad when it's really not. If you think about it, I have quite a few in here. Not one of them has gotten up to try and kill me. I'm just saying. Just saying. Also, if you go to a restaurant and your food comes out bad, who do you blame? The chef, right? You don't go and blame the oven or the utensils that are made to cook your meal. You blame the chef, correct? Same with guns. I don't know why people start blaming guns when shootings happen. People are terrible. It's people. That'd be crazy if guns got up and just started shooting people. That'd be nuts. But that's just me. I just went ahead and did a quick clean of the lower receiver. Got all inside the trigger housing area and the locking block area and where the trigger sits. Trying to get all the carbon out of there. I think I did a pretty good job. Wanna know why? Because I did this yesterday, so I know it's clean. Why did that video have to suck? Jerry Loke 3 asks, what was your first gun? My first legal gun was a shotgun. I was stationed. Why am I cleaning that? I'm gonna just wipe down these little parts. I already cleaned them yesterday, so they're all clean. But if you were to break down your Glock 19 this far, I would suggest you go about with your CLP or lube or whatever and clean every individual piece. I did that, so I'm just gonna wipe it down. What was your first gun? That's what the question was. Was a Remington 887 Nitro Mag. I got it when I was stationed out in Fort Drum. I planned on going like turkey hunting and whatnot, and so I went and got the shotgun. never went turkey hunting. Not even once. Didn't even try it. So I've sent maybe 50 rounds through it. And I've had it since 2014. That's that. Anyways, yep. All of this is clean. We cleaned it, you cleaned it, you watched me clean it, you didn't, but I cleaned it yesterday. So, we're gonna throw this back together. Trigger housing back on and in. Slide lock lever in there, and then throw our locking block on top of that. Seems to be all aligned. We get the right pin. Boom. Put that right back in there. First pin I put back in is the trigger pin. Let's go ahead and throw our locking block pin back in here. Mine just slides in like so. Tapped in there. Sweet. That seems to be working. Last but not least, we are going to throw in our trigger housing pin back in here. Oh, hello, Nigel. Oh, it's magic. You know. Sick. All right. That was our lower half. For the most part, took everything apart on it. I gave it a good cleaning. Like I said, I did it yesterday. What I like to do, just because I haven't broken down the slide yet, I like to do a functions check just to make sure I put everything back together. So, real quick, throw the slide back on. It locks to the rear. It does. Does it fire? It does. Does it reset? It does. All right. Weapons functions perfectly fine. So we're going to take off our slide here, put our frame to the side, and go ahead and start working on our slide. Pretty simple. Spring comes out just like that. Barrel, it's a drop-in barrel, comes out just like that. That's about as basic as that gets as far as like a quick cleaning. And when I do clean my slide, this thing is incredible for the slide. I can get right up inside of these grooves in here and get a nice clean and grab all of the carbon that's built in there. All of the carbon. Boom, look at that. All. So as far as when it comes to the ease of cleaning your slides, I 100% recommend you guys invest into Firstline Limited. This will make your day easier, makes your range days easier. It's on the go. You can use it for anything, not even just this. But if you're out on the range and you're having some lubrication malfunctions and whatnot, look at this. You can have this in your pocket. You just blip, 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 blip. It's clean and lubed and protected. Forget about it. Well, this is what we're gonna do now. We are going to break down this a little bit. All right, we're gonna do it. So, first things first, firing pin. See that? There's a little gap underneath your firing pin. You're gonna take whatever multi-tool device that you have to get in there, and you're gonna press down on the firing pin. You're gonna hold that down, and then slide your back plate off. Make sure you keep your thumb over the back of the back plate. There is a spring in there. If you let that spring fly, you're not gonna have a good time trying to find it. I can tell you that much right now. Back plate's off. Go ahead and take out your firing pin. Oh, firing pin and your extractor spring and detent. All right, next question. A lot of questions that I'm getting is best handgun for beginner. I'm gonna put a link below to a website that I send to everybody that asks for firearms. It's called Pew Pew Tactical. They have a bunch of guides. They have like beginner's guides to guns. They have beginner's guides for building an AR platform. They have pretty much every guide that you can think of, and they're all veterans, and they break it down in such a way that it's Barney style, so it's easy to follow along. Like, you will not get messed up with it. So I encourage anybody that is a first-time firearm person that wants to gain some knowledge, because it's always knowledge first, remember that. Hit the link in the description. Definitely go through some of their guides and gain your knowledge before you start going about like purchasing a firearm. Because like I said earlier, at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to what is better for you. So it's good to do some research. So everybody that's been asking what's a good beginner pistol, something that suits you. I'm always gonna say Glock 19. That's just me. All right, let's put this back together. All back together. If you guys would have seen this yesterday, whew, it was disgusting. Oh, it was gross. So much carbon, so much. Norris James Matthew asks, would you ever do a collab with Demolition Ranch? And I'm here to tell you folks, why is that even a question? That should be automatic. Everyone should know. Yes, 100%. I have talked to Matt. We've had a few ideas. It's just all getting everything into play. I would like to do like how many skateboards could stop a 50 cal. We'll get there. We'll get over to Demolition Ranch. We'll get you guys some good content. I'll make sure at some point in the near future, you will see my face at Demo Ranch doing something fun for you guys. I like to go ahead and take my COP applicator and apply a light coat of COP anywhere that the slide comes in contact with the frame. So I go all inside these grooves. Right here. Same on this side. Get all in this groove right here. A little light coat, right? A little light coat. A little light coat. I don't know when that stops recording, but it just told me it stopped recording. Rude. Anyways, then go ahead and throw my spring back in there, just like so. Grab my frame, put my slide back on my frame, and do a functions check. So we got lock it back to the rear. It's empty. Slide release. Good. Pull trigger till the hammer drops. Hammer's dropped. Check the reset. Slide back. Reset. And drop the hammer again. Functions check complete. She is clean. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That was a little bit of a clean of my Glock 19. She's still like the framework. All my dead skin on here. Oh, there's only so much you could do with that. But yeah, that was that. Pretty simple, fairly easy. So if you are interested in, I know I am a pretty big influence on a lot of people. So if you do have weapons questions, please feel free to reach out. I will answer to the best of my ability. If I don't know something, I can always research it, and that gains my knowledge. So yeah. I'm go mode all the time. If you're interested in it, I say 100% go for it, do it, be safe about it, get the knowledge about it, and then apply it how you want to apply it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. If I could do anything better to improve on these, please let me know. Feel free, reach out. My lines are always open. Hit me up on a DM, whatever. Like I said, if you have gun questions, reach out to me on IG, on YouTube, here, wherever. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was informative. I hope you learned something. If you didn't, go learn something. It's good for you. Thank you guys for watching. As always, we'll see you out there.